Today I have a brand new construction home for you, and we haven't seen something like this in this style lately, so this is going to be fun to see. Again, this was just built and just came to the market. It is in Vienna, Virginia. You have very close access to the major routes and veins that we use here in Northern Virginia to commute and get to places. The cool thing about this house is that it is a craftsman exterior, as you just saw on the outside, modern craftsman, but on the inside, it's a mixture of Scandinavian and craftsman interior. This is a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath house, just about 5,100 square feet of space, and it's sitting at $2.1 million, built by Capital Custom Homes, who's a local builder here. This is actually their Newport model. That is one of their most popular. So let's start taking a look around. So firstly, what we have here, and mind you, I have a cold, so hopefully my voice is coming through okay, but if I have to sniffle a little bit throughout the video, it is what it is. Firstly, we have the study office set up here on the left side. I'm glad that they put the pocket doors, because if you didn't, it would really take away from this foyer entrance and the space that it provides. It has a really open yet welcoming feel here in the beginning, and doors opening this way or to the interior, I think would take away a bit from that. So having those pocket doors is quite nice. Immediately on the right side, we have our dining room, and what a fixture. What a great fixture to use in pair with their black framed window casings that they have on the exterior of the home, which also, of course, show on the interior. Nice job with that. I think I'm going to take you this way first, but we might have to do a couple of circles because there's little inlets within this home that are quite neat. This is something you don't see very often. So they've done a pass-through here, and when you come through here, you have a closet on this end, and you have your first half bathroom on the main floor here. And so you're going to notice that within this home, we have this natural, almost unfinished like wood tone. You have golds and you have whites, and everything is open and bright and fairly cheerful, I would say, and quite welcoming. That would be the Scandinavian influence within this home. What you're looking at here is the butler's pantry, and what a pantry. I mean, this is quite large. You already have a wine cooler there, and you'll notice these, which will carry out throughout the kitchen, this box lighting casings above all of the cabinets, so floor to ceiling cabinetry. This is just the other angle of the dining room. So of course your butler's pantry connects your kitchen to your dining room. Let's travel to the left first. A very warm family room here. And the warmness is, of course, coming from the combination of, well, I think great balancing on their part with the woods. Everything in here is this bright white, and you have that white brick sitting around the fireplace. But what they've done is they've carried the natural wood color from the floor up to the exposed beams, as well as created a mantle out of that same wood hue. And with that, they've balanced the room very, very well, so that all of the symmetry and the dimensions of the room feel appropriate, as opposed to it feeling like one big white wash. You know, that wouldn't be as exciting. I know you see it there in the distance, but let me mention something real quickly. With these craftsman-styled homes, let me find a good wall that we can talk about this. Okay. They have molding throughout. These craftsman-style interior packages tend to be very bold with their molding, and I know we've talked about this in other homes. So immediately you notice the baseboard, which is is quite thick. I would say, oh man, that might be a 7-inch plank there. But not only have they done the baseboard, they've kept it very interesting by doing these molding packages throughout the whole home on almost every single wall. So you'll notice these shadow boxes throughout the whole house. And then not only that, you also have the crown molding throughout the whole home, which is thick as well. So back and forth throughout this whole home, you're going to see Craftsman and Scandinavian styles bouncing off one another and resulting in this transitional, it's really a transitional style, which works out very, very well. Here's your first look at the kitchen, of course. And then we have a small cubby area here. Normally I would call that maybe the butler's pantry, but we have that over there. So secondary station for the kitchen. This brushed bronze like pendants hanging above an incredible quartz island. Very usable, tons of space because it's such a square shape as opposed to a long rectangle. You're getting a ton of counter space throughout this kitchen with the islands and the cabinet counters combined. This is all quartz, by the way. And you're going to see that same brushed bronze carry throughout the fixtures as well as the hardware. They have the GE monogram package in here. GE, as you know, everyone knows for the most part that appliance company, very, very popular. Their monogram package is going to be their top tier, their upper level package, which is more of the, the chef's suite type of deal. Now, of course, throughout this, you can see we have plenty of cabinets. There's cabinets built into the island. There's cabinets built into all of the counter spaces. It's everywhere. So you have enough cabinet space. But if you're wondering and you're saying, well, yeah, that's a lot of cabinet space, but I wish I had a step-in pantry. Well, fear not. You have one right back here. It's just detached from the kitchen, and it's sizable. Then, of course, you have a pocket door here, which would block that off if you did not want it showing. We're actually in the mudroom right here. The garage is a 2-car garage. I guess we could open it real quick. So front-loading garage, as you saw from the exterior of the home when we were walking up to it. I really like this kitchen. Really, really like this kitchen. Incredibly usable. I mean, you can easily move throughout this kitchen. 2 people moving back and forth, 3 people moving back and forth. You're not going to run into each other. And there's entries and exits throughout the whole kitchen. So, of course you can have multiple people in the kitchen at one time and not have to worry about running into each other. It's very luxurious feeling as well. Now, earlier, while we're going upstairs, I'll start talking about this. Oh man, I love the black spoils these to accent the wood here. I like that. I like having that black railing accenting the wood handrails. So earlier I said transitional. This is actually pretty much a transitional style. What is transitional? Sorry, every time you turn a corner, there's something else to see. This chandelier lighting fixture here in the hallway staircase looks like it's from the same collection as the dining room set. So nice to carry that mutual style throughout. Exposed beams again into the upstairs hallway, connecting all the bedrooms. Nice touch there. And I want to show you something real quick before I forget. Don't worry, I still remember that I'm talking about the transitional topic. How cool is this walkway when you're coming from this way? Isn't that an awesome way to wake up in the morning and walk towards the downstairs? I thought so. Transitional style. So transitional is essentially combining contemporary, meaning today, tomorrow. You know, it's forward thinking, not so much that it's like futuristic style, but what is happening today in style, combining that with traditional elements. That's what we're going to call transitional. So you're going to get a little bit of mixture of traditional style homes as well as contemporary when we're talking about transitional style. This is going to be your owner's suite, your master bedroom here. And don't worry, there is more. Okay. Large, you've got a really nice square lot on this. This is your backyard here. Really, really nice flat lot. Huge deck. I didn't even show you that going off the, it's a little cold outside, so. But huge deck going off the back kitchen with a perfectly square lot. This is also a corner lot, so that's also a bonus. Usually fairly appealing to people coming through a neighborhood. As we go back here, these are going to be motion censored, so hopefully they'll turn on for me. You have 2 walk-in closets. Turn on, please. There we go. Goes back here as well. These are not small closets. You have plenty of room in here. You have, of course, 2 of them. All right, the primary bathroom. Gorgeous. Two vanity setups with plenty of drawer and cabinet space. We often find that being an issue. Even when there is two vanities, you'll typically see something like this, right? You'll have this, and then you'll have another of that, and you're like, well, where do I put everything? Essentially, you got to use one another's space. So this time you have 2 separate ones, and that's just thought going into the small things to help people live more conveniently. Check out this shower. Double shower head. Double shower head, 2 different temperature controls. Huge base to the shower. You have a seated area. Sometimes you'll find that in showers. Of course, that porcelain tile going all the way around, floor to ceiling. And then the recessed lighting being in the actual shower encasement with its own switch is nice. And then the standalone tub, of course, that's just classy. It's just simply classy. Remember what I said about the shadow boxes and the baseboarding package, the crown molding package? It makes this wall an accent wall without it being a different color. It really does. It makes it pop with definition. Let's go into the first secondary room. Secondary rooms are carpeted. Nice walk-in closet. I should say nice, good size is what I mean by nice. Down the hallway. Secondary room. Now these have lighting caps, electrical caps here at the top, okay? This was down in the family room as well. That means a lighting fixture has not been added, but you can, of course, the electrical is there if you'd like to add some type of light fixture, chandelier or fan or anything of that nature to the ceiling. It's also why it's darker in these secondary rooms, because they do not have the ceiling lights installed. Okay. Laundry. Cabinets have already been built in, which is nice, as opposed to that wire rack or trying to figure it out yourself. It's already there for you. And then this is probably the largest secondary room. I mean, it's huge. It's almost like an upstairs recreation room. I think it's because, actually it is because, it's because we're sitting above the garage. So many times this will be a bonus room, which it is, but they've converted it into a bedroom as opposed to a loft / recreation room. And therefore it's just a giant ensuite. Massive walk-in closet and their bathroom with the stand-up shower. Honeycomb flooring. I don't know if I noticed that in the other ones. I think the other ones were standard rectangle tile. So that's the only one with the honeycomb pattern flooring. All right, let's head downstairs into the basement so that we can wrap this up. A really cool Scandinavian style home. I was missing some Scandinavian interiors lately. I was wondering who was going to come out with one, and finally, somebody did. Okay, basement. Your rec area, and notice, by the way, completely hard wood down here. Wet bar set up for entertaining. Same bathroom scheme as the last bedroom we were just in. And then you actually have a bedroom down here. That door leads to the bathroom I just showed you. Egress window going out to the backyard, and then a walk-in closet for this bedroom as well. You have a walk up basement entry and exit here. Some under staircase storage here. Big linen closet and closet right here. This is going to be your mechanical room. It's unfinished. You have your water heater and stuff like that back there. And then over here, these are not technically bedrooms because they don't have windows nor closets, but both of these spaces could be rec rooms of some sort. If you wanted to do a movie room, if you wanted to do a gym, either one of these could serve those purposes. Or maybe you do both. Maybe you do both. So that is it for this one. So there you have it. You've seen the whole house. 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, 5,100 square feet, just listed on the market at $2.1 million here in Vienna, Virginia. Just a wonderful blend of two styles that you don't often see combine, one of which we've spoke about, the craftsman style, combined with the Scandinavian interior. And I think the builder did a wonderful job at harmonizing the two. I wanted to show you this because the golds and the woods bouncing off the whites, it was a nice blend of warmth with modern contemporaryism. So that's why I wanted to show it to you. I thought it was a standout property, and hopefully you thought so as well. If you have any questions, let me know. See you on the next one.